All right, what is going on YouTube and folks watching live on Twitch? Today we are going to be doing a cool little double corrupt slash currency making strategy. This is something I've covered in brief in past videos, but basically what we're going to be going for here, guys, are greeds and braces with damage percent and +1 gems, or one or the other. Now, greeds and braces is a very popular chest this league because of all the MF. You'll notice here that I have an entire half a quad tab with greeds and braces that are 15 quantity and over 45 rarity. We're going to be double corrupting those, but not only that, these are all item level 2. And why does that matter? Well, corrupted implicits, similar to other implicits, do have item levels associated with them. And if we take a look here, looking at body armor corrupted implicits, if it is below item level 20, right? If the item level of the body armor is below 20, the only options for it to hit with corrupted implicits are +1 gems, max life percent, ES percent, percentage damage, or fizz reduction while stationary. Meaning that if we hit a corrupted implicit, there'll be a 40% chance every time that we hit one or the other. And so just with the +1 to gems, we're talking 45 mirrors, sorry, 45 divines, and the two of them together, 1.1 and 3 mirrors. So very big upside there. Now, the usual way to get these low item level these low item level uniques is by turning in divination cards. Any divination card set generally. So right here you can see Light Poacher, for example. If I were to turn that in, we would get an item level 2 Light Poacher. And the reason for that is because our character item level is 2. If the card that you are turning in does not specify a specific item level, it is going to give you the same item level. The item is going to be the same item level as your character level, and it'll go all the way up to item level 80, scaling that. So if your character level is 2, as ours is, so we just cleared Twilight Strand and made a second character, and we got, now when we turn in our divination cards, they will be item level 2. Now, Greed's Embrace does not specifically have a unique card for it. So what we've been doing is turning in the body. As you can see here, these are some of the other results we got, all of which are item level 2. Now, once we do get one, obviously we want to have it with a 15% roll and north of 45% on the rarity roll. So rather than using divines to get that, which would be a 1 in 6 on the quantity and a 1 in 30, 35 to 40, 1 in 3 roughly on the thing. So it would take about a 1 in 15 divine orbs each. What we're going to do is take the Greed's Embrace, you can see right here, item level 2. And then we have a bunch of high item level, just sort of feeder Greed's Embraces that we're going to use to basically divine this for free. So what we're going to do, and this is important, I actually had to start the video over again because I didn't realize the placement of the item level of chests is actually relevant. But the furthest to the left chest has to be the lowest item level one. So you can see item level 2, and we've got a roll of 10 and 41. Then we're going to take 2 other Greed's Embraces, and it's going to give us a brand new roll. So we got 14 and 38 on that one, which is still not high enough. So we're going to go back, and you can see it's still item level 2. And this is basically just a free way for us to divine the chest. So we got a bunch of these feeder Greed's Embraces, and we're going to do that until we get 15 and 45. Oops, shit. Sorry, auto assigned it. $12 and 45. 11 and 38. $12 and 50. Too bad that wasn't 15. 14 and 30. 15 and 39. It's a bit low on the quantity or rarity roll there, unfortunately. 13 and 47. we're just going to do one like this, even though I do have a bunch more of these divination cards. This is mostly for demonstrative sake, but we'll get one to get to the point that we want it to be. 14 and 49. That's unfortunate. Close. There we go. 1545. Exactly. All right. So that's how we get the 1545s. And as well, you can see that they are item level 2. Another thing that I have as well, you'll notice that I've got that's 42 of these chests now. One of the other things as well that you'll notice on most of these is that they are 6-socketed. 6-socketing these will require you to do that through the bench. It will not work through regular jeweler's orbs. This is a personal decision you can make whether or not you want to do it. The reason that I did do that is because if it does end up hitting 6 white, which is going to happen a quarter of the time. Oh, look at that, Dialas. GG. That's like the rarest chest we could have got there. I was just going to show you how turning them in was, but that's actually really, really good to get Dialas at a low item level like that. I know they're not worth as much this league, but the same thing with the +1 applies on those. So that's maybe something we could turn in as well afterwards, not as a part of this video. But we'll just turn in the divination cards that are in my inventory here, just in case we get a greeds from it. So somebody in Twitch chat's asking right now, isn't it faster to divine them? Yes, faster for sure. But those body armors that I was using as feeders, they're like 1 chaos each, right? It would take 15 divines or so on average to get them into that range naturally, which would mean, instead of spending with 40 chests, instead of spending, 600 chaos, and then granted it does take a little bit of time, you'd be spending, 600 divines. The reason why, again, with putting the jewelers, it is a personal choice. You don't have to do it ahead of time. You can always jeweler them after. But the reason for doing it ahead of time would be that if you get 6 white as an option, it won't be wasted. Can't you use the omen of the jeweler? You can do it ahead of time for sure, yeah. You can't use the omen of jeweler once it's corrupted, though. So yeah, now that we've got... All right, so now that we've got, here we go, we've got 6, and you can see we also chose to put the enchant on them, the harvest enchant for the lightning res, just because that is, according to the guy I'm doing this with, that is the resistance that is most needed for MF builds. We're not putting quality on them because we'll be using the corrupted or the tainted armor scrap for the quality. Another thing this works on, by the way, this works on all body armors. It also works on shields. 6 white. Oh, first one was 6 white. You should kill the boss when you're running these, by the way, because it drops the it drops the thing that makes the adorned, one of the adorned pieces, one of the expensive ones. It doesn't drop it 100% of the time, but it does have actually a pretty good drop rate. For the purposes of this video, though, because I don't want the recording to last forever, we'll just rush to the... In general, if you're talking about hitting either, just to hit either 50% damage or +1 is 1 in 5. According to the simulator, I ran it 10,000 times. Oh, okay, there's double corruption number 1. And you can see it hit 2 of the ones. So it hit the ES percent and the life percent. To show you the actual simulator math here. Simulator, so it's a body armor. This is item level 2. So we want to have either +1 gems or the damage, locus of corruption. We'll do 1,000 targetings. Sorry, 1 in 7. 1 in 7 to hit either. I must have done too small of a sample size initially, I apologize. I'm assuming you already hit double corrupt. Well, then it would divide that by 4. So it'll be 1 in 1.75. Or 4 out of 7. He was saying, yeah. No, the person in chat was asking. He was saying, assuming you do get the double corruption, how many like double corruptions does it take on average? White again. So we've only got one implicit so far. That's just poor luck. But that's why I like to do, anytime I do a video like this, or anything in general, do bear in mind that I'm doing these generally in large enough sample sizes that I can offset short-term variance, right? No, it's not 1 in 8. Okay, so sorry, chat. I'm not going to keep repeating the odds to you guys. We've just got quite unlucky so far. We've only got only one time has it rolled the implicit. How many have we done? This will be our 8th. I can track exactly how many it is based on the amount of temples we have there. All right, we've only got one implicit combo on 9 so far. That's just poor luck, but again, we've got enough chests that'll offset over time. Oop, gold flasks. You crazy fuckers on YouTube. How much are these worth now? Oh, no, they're about the same. God damn. 0 for 10 on the implicits. Double corrupting often goes like this, though. One for 11. I have 42. I have 42 chests and temples, guys. The total cost was 340 plus the last two. So let's say 355 div for 42. There we go. Ding! Plus 1 gems. $150 divs. Okay, so that's 2 for 12, I think. Yeah, well, that's part of the reason what you're saying with, you know, the price of the corruptions could go down and blah, blah, blah. That's why I always do these videos live with you guys. So it keeps me honest, right? Because if I'm giving information to you that could potentially lead to you getting fucked, then guess who else? Guess who else it also fucks? This guy. Usually to a much greater. Again, what's more so interesting here is the tech, right? It doesn't have to be Greed's Embrace. You can do this. I remember a couple leagues ago, I found a guy that was. I found a guy that was paying, or he was selling like literally 800 of the offering, which is the Shabs card. And I turned obviously all those in on a low level character. I actually leveled the character to level 20 because at level 20 you can get the +2 AoE and all that kind of shit too. And I think I made 2.5 mirrors. It's funny though, even in videos where I explicitly like the video I made recently about you know, how to make 100C into 10 divs in an hour. Like the entire exiting monologue was about how the only reason I showed 5 things was just to demonstrate like the fact that you can scale these things. Like there's different ways to trade or craft for currency at all currency levels. You know, it wasn't meant to just highlight those 5 things in of themselves, but just to provide an example. And oh, look at that, another one. And it's 52. Oh, yo, it's 1550. +1 gems on a 1550. Oh. '92 divines. Oh shit, my whispers are hidden. Shoot. Oh, fuck me. Oh, I'm definitely gonna kill myself to reflect. We just hit 100 copies on the bow earlier today. That's number 87, number 33, 33, 150. '87. So there needs to be 73. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 388. No Reflect in Temple? I'm pretty sure Aziri still has Reflect in Temple. Just... Shh. But never underestimate how bad I actually am at this game, too. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I'm pretty sure I'm not even res capped right now. I sold all of my own gear to buy stuff. Yeah, I'm not even res capped. Have you guys looked at my chest that I'm wearing? We shall persevere. Reflect Charm, fuck it. We die, we die. Alright, it's ride or die time, baby. Okay. Now is our last portal. Okay. That chest, the worst thing I've ever seen. Somebody offered to buy my... All my gear that I wear always, like, that I have equipped on my actual character, is always up for sale. And so somebody bought my boots, my chest, and my gloves. So I literally just took... I had a sack of wine vulture. Which is creating a random 6-link. Oh yeah, I'm fucked. We're fucked. I'm dead. RIP. Can you mirror my chest? Yes, sir. Be a lateral move anyways. Welcome back. Thanks, Sam. It's a foolish man who doesn't know his flaws. I know where mine are. Person who added Aziri to Temple. I don't mind that Aziri's in Temple. I don't like that when it's in a position like that where you can't navigate it, though. Like, where you can't skip it. My first build guide ever, actually, believe this or not, I actually used to race to get league, like the first, league first Aziri kill. Playing Hidden Potential Caustic, oh, actually it wasn't called Caustic Arrow, it was called Poison Arrow at the time, because the poison mechanic hadn't been introduced to the game yet. They changed the name of Poison Arrow to Caustic Arrow so it wouldn't confuse people. But if you look up my first build guide, it's actually for how to rush Aziri playing Poison Arrow. Back then as well, there was like a glitch in the game where like you could open a zone, and if there was something, you know, when you hold like F11, and it tells you like the you know, like your frame rate and that sort of thing, the like ping, if there was if the zone had a ball side area in it, the ping would like shoot up for the first 5 seconds or something. It'd have a latency spike. Yeah. Now there was no double dipping back then. The poison mechanic didn't exist. It's actually, I had a good laugh the last time I opened that build guide. It was, you know, maybe a league or a league and a half ago. When I made the highest tornado shot character, like DPS character ever in the history of the game a couple leagues ago in Crucible League, just for like the flex, but also because I got irritated with the people on PoE Ninja that were just fucking RMTing their builds, and so I spent like 11 mirrors on tempering orbs to make a version of Load Thunder that had 15% fizz attributes. I mirrored it once for myself, and then I spent another 8 mirrors switching it back to the lower version of the tempering orb, and so it was literally impossible for anyone else to beat the build. But then I also, you know, I reverse engineered what best in slot was for every single slot, and I got my tornado shot DPS to 7.2 billion. Just tornado shot, like not fucking Christ, not barrage, none of that shit, just straight up TS. And it was 80% higher than the second highest one. But the reason I was laughing though was because I was looking up my first ever build guide, and it was for that poison arrow build. And you know what the DPS was on that poison arrow build? And keep in mind, if you like make a guide, especially where you're screenshotting your DPS, it was high. The DPS would have been high enough at the time that it would have been like nobody posts like a DPS photo where it's like shitty DPS, right? It would have been like aspirational levels of DPS, like especially knowing myself, because like, you know, I'm fucking global 1 flex lord to the max. 33,000. 33k damage per second. And my point of that anecdote being, now obviously they've scaled the game up somewhat, commiserate with power creep, but when people are like, they act like these numbers are, you know, super hard lined and they have to be certain benchmarks or whatever. Yeah. Bro, we're getting wrecked by the just the randomness of whether or not it's picking. Like, how many times have we gotten implicit? I think it's only 3. Yeah, we've got 3 implicits so far. Out of that's 12, 16. I had enough for 42. So we've got 3 implicits out of 26. 3 out of 26 implicits. Three to 27. I'm counting based on the temples, not the chests. 3 out of 28. So we would have had 7. We should have had 7 implicit combos here. At some point, we're going to get like a run. You know what I mean? There'll be like 4 in a row where we'll get... Whoa! Look at that. You see that manual fucking pro gamer move right there? Whoa! Bob and weave, baby, stick and move. Okay, 3 for 29. This is getting kind of crazy. I can't wait for the, like, when I eventually do hit one, and for the people to comment on YouTube. Lucky. There we go. +1. 1545. Lucky. Insane luck, yeah. So that's that was 4 for 30, so 4 for 31. Or for 32. How many more do I have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 11. Tara, can you get 3 more for me, please? Or for 34. Or for 35. There's a bunch of mirror services in the guild stash for anyone that's an equity member, by the way, if you're watching. For 36. This is crazy how few fucking implicits we're getting. Or for 37. Or for 38. We're almost shooting at a 1-to-10 ratio right now. Or for 39. 4 for 40. That's actually kind of crazy. Oh my god, we hit it! Two mirrors. All right, 5 for 41. I'd like to laugh too, by the way, because like we have objectively been getting bad luck throughout this, but just laughing at the fact that every single one of these chests is 6-socketed, and the only one that I didn't 6-socket is the one that it hit on. The classic. Classique. Oh yeah, sorry, it has to be, Tara, can you put ball orbs and jewelers and all that shit in the guild stash? So that I can fix that up. Oh, also no harvest enchant, yeah. You can't use the tainted jeweler on an item level 2 item. Herp derp. Also, it means that you can't get 6 white sockets. So it's either pay 350 ball orbs for each item, which most of them aren't even worth the 350 ball orbs. Can you get tainted fuse now as well, please? And it's hit. Does anyone have a tainted armor scrap? And we should also make it. What colors do they want typically? Two two two. Ooh, 411. Damn. The rest two already have our harvest enchant. But yeah, it's a good idea. Guess we do more. Two two two. Ran out of ball orbs. You know, matter. You just throw them in the guild stash to be perfect. Thank you. I still got a few more of these to go. You know what we can do as well, though? Because we have one extra temple. Oh, the big boy Diala. Does the life enchant prevent the mastery? Okay, we'll put intelligence then. Put some more drillers in. All right, thanks, man. Should me take those primal. All right, sorry for the pit stop there. Horrendous luck. I know we did hit the big ticket item, but just as a general distribution. We had, what, 43 of them? So that's 40, so we've hit 5 out of 40. That's 1 out of 8. That's literally half as many as you would normally. Oh my god! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! I don't think there's a single one that's as good as this. That's a perfect damage roll. There isn't. And ours is the only one. Oh my god, I can't believe we just hit that, guys. That's fucking insane. Alright, well, at least this will make a good YouTube video for the people who stuck around. Congrats on the chest, thank you. All things to run out of. Why is it always Portal Scrolls? Well, no, I never really... Filters aren't really super relevant for me, TBH. The funniest thing through all of this, though, is that we're still going to have a bad, like, this is still bad RNG. We spent 360 divs, and right now we're sitting at, like, just these alone, 3.5. Let's say 3 on the low end. That's 2,100 divs. 2,190. 2260. 2360. So right now we're sitting at 8 times investment, but let's just say that we're being delusional. Let's say we multiply it, like we divide it in half, right? We literally cut it in half. We'd still be up 1,000 divines in the last. How long has this video been so far? 1 hour. All right. You can change that, by the way. I know sometimes I see people keep them 6 white as if it bricks it. You can always just use the Varici bench to change it to regular colors. If you're doing this yourself, you should be killing the boss too, by the way. For the amount of these that we just did, we probably would have got like 20 divs worth of aspects, or whatever they're called now. They're not called aspect of. Used to be called aspect of will. I think it's got a 1-word name now. Oh, but look at that. Look at that. Hit T1 rarity with the Fizz taken us. Nice. To fix this, what I was just talking about, by the way, you can either use a painted chrome, or you can all right. Boo. So yeah, this one is literally perfect. The 40 out of 50. I mean, just to get that by itself would be 11. 1 at 11. Getting that double combination. 48 out of 50 on that. So it's missing 2 rarity. It's got the enchant. That's that is stupendous. It's hard to say. I'll do an update on the community section of my YouTube here for those of you who are interested with final sale prices and whatnot there. But yeah, that's how that works, and obviously it worked out quite well for us there. We'll do one last little thing before, because I've got a couple more of these cards left. But yeah, on paper at least, that would have been somewhere between a 3 to 3.2 mirror profit over the past hour and a bit. And it was on the unlucky side too, in terms of actual net corruptions. Yeah, because we only got, what, 5 corruptions out of 44 or whatever? That's a good point as well. But yeah, just to what's the word I'm looking for? Recap the video. Step 1, the body card. Step 2, low level character. Get it to town, take it to hideout. Turn in cards on the low level character. Ooh, Kintsugi. Nice. I don't know if Kintsugi's good anymore, but I know it's relatively rare. Once you turn in the low-level divination card, instead of using divine orbs, you can use just bricked or higher item level ones, versions of greeds, to have the same effect. But you got to make sure that the card itself, or sorry, the item level 2 chest is pushed all the way over to the left. And then you're going to want to use the higher item level ones like we have here, as a way to use 2 of them to the right of it as a way to divine it. I was aiming for at least a roll of 15 and 45. And then once you're done with that, the double corrupting, I would recommend 6 socketing it. I would recommend 6 socking it beforehand so that you can get 6 white, but also because 6 socking it afterwards is going to mean you're going to have to use 350 vol orbs. As you can see here, we actually got a terrible distribution, doing 45 of the chests. We only got 6 of them that got the double implicit. With 45, it's normally 1 in 4. We would literally have 11 of them on average, right? So we literally got less than less than half of what you normally would with an average distribution, and yet we still profited. By I mean, even just looking at the cheapest ones are 340 divs, and that's without any consideration for the quantity. That's with 10 quantity. So with 15 quantity, the cheapest one being 1.1. So yeah, pretty crazy. I might even drop these just because I suspect that the market will get flooded relatively soon. Yeah. Then why are you asking me? Okay. Sorry, yeah, so as a recap for the video, we only got 6 out of 45. Again, that's literally half of what they would be. Looking at the market right now, yeah, there were 2, what'd you say? There were 2 mirrors? I think that we're... This one we could definitely get a premium on because it's... Oops. because it's basically perfect. These other ones, though, I would think that we should probably try to get rid of those relatively quickly. Okay, thank you. Anyways, yeah, we don't have any more divination cards turned in. Let's just confirm that. Not on here. Yeah, so there we go. We hit 6 out of only 44, but of those 6, 5 of them hit +1. All right. Yeah, +1, +1, +1, +1, and damage, +1 and damage. So, yeah, not too bad. These other ones here that hit the white sockets, we can sell these, I believe, for about div each one if we 6 link them. Let me check here. 6 link. Oh, actually 2.5 divs. So still not bad. Alrighty, guys. So with the YouTube folks, I know that this video kind of dragged on a little bit. Apologies for that, but figured you might want to see it through. Maybe somebody can leave a timestamp below with the highlights there, because that, yeah, multiple mirrors in an hour. Not bad. All right, I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.